Hey babies, and welcome back to another October. Here is my first look. It is a scarecrow, so let's get started. First, I'm taking a brown pencil, and I'm not really listing any of the products that I use because you just go offhand of what you have. You don't have to use exactly what I use. So just take a brown pencil and just outline where that burlap is going to fall. So I'm just outlining this area, and then I'm going to go around my eyes, because this is where the opening is going to be, around my eyes. So I have to fill this in all black, and I'm also going to have an opening around my mouth as well. Now that all of that is outlined, I'm just going to take a black body paint, and this is a water activated one. I'm just going to fill in all of those areas with the black, but I'm going to leave my eyelid and my lips free of any product for now because I'm going to use a different product for that area, so to ensure that it won't crease. Now I'm just sketching out where I will have cuts in the burlap. Some of these areas got lost when I put the burlap on because I just forgot they were there. So yeah, just go based on how you want your burlap to look. So I'm just filling in all the rest of the areas with the black. And then I'm going to move on to the next step. Now taking a black cream eyeliner, I'm just going to put that all over my lid like so. I felt like this product would crease less on the eyes. So I put it all over my lid and also on my lower lid as well. And I also put this on my lips as well. And also I set all of that with a black eyeshadow just to make sure it was not going to go anywhere. Now after all of that black is set, I'm going to move on to the beauty portion of this tutorial. The part of my face that won't be covered with burlap will actually look kind of, glamorous, sort of. So I'm just going to prime my eyes and my brows, and then I'm going to set that with a translucent powder, and now I'm creating my brows. And I'm using a black cream eyeliner and then setting that with a black shadow. And as you could see, I did create my brow higher. You could see the tail end of my brow underneath that primer. So you don't have to do it as high as I did. I just wanted my brow to I wanted to stand out a lot. So I'm just cleaning it up with some concealer, and then I am blending that out. Then once all of that is done, I'm going to take a skinny felt tip liquid eyeliner pen, and I'm just creating small like hairs, and then I'm going to move on to the eyeshadow. Now taking a rusty color, I'm going to use that all in my crease, and I'm going to blend it out pretty high. I want this eye to really stand out because that burlap is going to be on the other side of the face, so it's going to take a lot of attention. So I'm just going to work this eye, So I'm just blending out all of that rust color with a cream color, and now I'm going to pack a cream color all over the lid. And then I'm going to move on to my foundation. So this, I'm just using a Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick that I really hate, and I don't usually use it on my face for regular makeup. I have tried it a few times and I just can't stand it. So I decided to use it for my Halloween makeup because I wasn't going to throw $25 away. So yes, I'm just blending out all of that stick. You could use whatever foundation you want that works for you. So I'm just using this and I'm blending it all out. And then after that's done, I'm going to set it. Now I'm going to start to contour that side of my face, starting with my forehead and then moving on to the higher portion of under my cheekbone. Can't really get to it because the burlap is going to be there, so just do what you can. So yeah, I'm just covering it like so. And like I said, where I'm going to put the burlap, you don't have to put your burlap there. You could put it on just half of your face if you want. It's just all up to you. This is just how I wanted it to look. So now I'm just creating a shadow going all along that edge that we created in the beginning, the outline of where the burlap will be, just to create some sort of shadow underneath that burlap, you know. So I'm just going all along that line, and now I'm going to move back to my eye. So taking that rust color once again, I'm just going to put that all underneath my eyelid. Very messy, so I want this look to look very messy. So yeah, and then I'm taking some brown eyeshadow, and I'm just dragging that down. So the eye is starting to look more of a grungy look, and I'm going to darken underneath my eye and also in that crease with that dark brown color as well. I'm also going to darken the inner portion of my eye right here. Now I'm just going to line my waterline with black and tight line as well. And now taking a little bit, just a tiny bit of black shadow, I'm just going to drag that along my lower lash line. Now I'm going to create the boldest wing ever. Your wing does not have to be this bold, but I wanted a wing that was really going to stand out. So I'm just creating this. Now this pen does have a little bit of a shine, so if you want, you could always go over it with a black shadow and that would take the shine away, but I just chose to leave it like so. And then I added my lashes and mascara. Now it's the burlap time. I don't know if you ever worked with burlap before, but burlap is very tough, so you have to really work with it and crunch it up and stretch it and do all these things to get it very workable for your face at least. So I'm just crunching it all up like so. And this is going to stretch out those fibers and make it more bendy to go onto your face like so. So now I'm just taking a brown pencil and I'm outlining where I am going to cut to make sure my openings are there. So I use scissors, and when you use scissors, please use caution. If you are younger, please have your parents do this for you. So I'm just going all along those openings that I created on my face, so my eye will show through, and then I'm going to move on to the mouth portion as well. Now, as you can see, the burlap is a little higher on my face. It's going higher than that outline that I created. So I'm just going to cut around that to make sure it fits properly to my face. Now taking some sort of adhesive. You don't have to use liquid latex if you're allergic to it. You can always use Pros-Aid, or you can even try using eyelash glue. So I just put the liquid latex around my face where that burlap is going to be, and it's going to act as an adhesive to make sure it really sticks to my face. And I'm going to let it dry down just a little bit, just so it gets a little bit tacky, and then I'm going to put the burlap right on top of it. The burlap should be sticking very, very nice. Just add more liquid latex where you need to. Stick it down under your chin. And now I'm just going to cut off any pieces that are getting in my eye. Use caution when you're doing this. You make sure you don't stab your eye out or anything like that. Just put additional latex where you need it. And I'm just using a cotton swab with some more liquid latex. And everywhere you see that the black is not covering, you can always go back and cover it with some more black. Now I'm just going along the underside of my face. Again, use caution, and I'm just cutting the rest of that burlap off that I do not need. Now I'm just applying more latex, and then I am sticking down the burlap. You don't want your burlap to look very neat, so you want to fray out those pieces a little bit, get some pieces sticking out, make sure it looks very worn. So I'm just going in with some black cream paint, and I'm just going along those edges to make sure none of my skin is showing through. Now I'm moving on to stitches. So taking felt cord, you could use whatever cord you have. I'm just cutting off small pieces, dipping it into the latex, and then I am sticking it along my mouth. And I'm also going to do the same thing along my eyes. And if you want to know where you can find this type of cord, you could find it in jewelry sections because they usually use it to make necklaces or bracelets. I got mine from Walmart. So I decided I wanted this area to be cut a little more. Again, use caution when you're using scissors. So I'm just opening this part up more, and then I'm going to fill it in with black. Any parts that's sticking out, poking you in the eye, you want to cut that off. You don't want your eye to be irritated. Now I'm just sticking on some more of those fake stitches all along my eye, and then I'm going to move on. While those stitches are drying, I'm going to go along the underside of that burlap and create more of a shadow using a darker brown eyeshadow. So I'm just going all along in it, and I'm making it look kind of grungy and dirty. So I'm just going to go all along the edges, and I'm also going to put this on top of the burlap as well to really give it that worn look. You don't want your Scarecrow to look clean. Now with a black shadow, I'm contouring the Scarecrow. So I'm going all along the cheekbones. I'm also going to go a little bit around my nose, just a tad. The temples. Now I'm going between those stitches as well. Okay, so all of that shading is complete, and now I'm going to move on to the next step, which is maggots. Using uncooked rice, I'm just going to put that into the latex and then apply it with tweezers onto my mouth area and also a little bit on my eye as well. While that's drying, I'm going to apply my wig, and then I'm going to tease it a lot. And then I'm going to move on to the next step, which is the blood. The blood I'm using, I did create myself. There's plenty of YouTube videos on how to create blood. I just use corn syrup and some food coloring to get the nice dark red color, and then I'm going to apply that to my mouth and to a little bit of the burlap and down my chin and onto my neck as well. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. I really love doing Halloween tutorials. It's my favorite time of year. So yes, if you guys enjoyed this, please give this video a big fat thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Bye babies, see you in the next video.